Texas basketball did go ahead and fire Chris Beard. Remember, he was arrested, what was this, a month ago? Maybe 6 weeks, something like that. I think it was last month. Arrested for battery charges against his fiance. Texas did their due diligence. Now they've let him go.
Yeah, here's my thing with Chris Beard. So, and I know that the officials at Texas probably know more than we do. But you had the man get arrested, okay, for apparently strangling his fiance. All of a sudden, the fiance comes out, all right, and says that Chris did not strangle me. And I told that to law enforcement that evening. Chris has stated that he was acting in self-defense, and I do not refute that. I do not believe Chris was trying to intentionally harm me in any way. Now, Texas, the administrators and the people that fired him said that his behavior was unbecoming of the head coach and he shouldn't be the head coach. So my thing is, if I'm accused at any point, then I'm screwed.
Yep.
Like if you accuse me at any point, I'm screwed. So I guess if these charges get dropped and I'm Chris Beard, I would sue the University of Texas for every dollar that they had. For every dollar that they had. They're still reviewing the matter. All right. And I'm not saying that Chris didn't do anything. But if we're going to sit here and say, okay, well, you can say this, have me arrested, then say it didn't happen, but I still get fired, that's BS to me. That's not the way the justice system works. I know Texas can hire and fire who they want. I totally get that. This, to me, is a reaction off an action. And the action was her calling the cops. So if I'm gonna say this again. If a woman or a man calls the police on a domestic violence charge or a sexual assault charge or the R-word charge, which I'm not saying on YouTube, and it turns out that they refute it or it didn't happen, that person should have to serve the sentence that the person they accused would serve. That would stop all this. Did Chris Beard do something? Probably. But that's not the way it works in this country. You're innocent until proven guilty. You're guilty or you're innocent.
You are right. Texas can hire and fire whoever they want, but they are withholding the 20+ million that he would have had in guaranteed money because of a contract.
I want 100.
That's different. But doesn't it feel like a situation where he did something that was a fireable offense, but because it's with a fiance and not a random stranger, they've changed their mind and don't want your fiance to
Well,
lose
here's
his
my
job.
thing. If we don't allow circumstantial evidence in a case, if we say that you have to prove that this happened, your evidence has to prove that this happened, it has to be legit evidence, we can't sit here and make up hypothetical scenarios about situations, because at that point, if that's the case, all men are guilty all the time.
But they may have that.
No,
They may have that from the call or
Texas,
from
here's my
whatever.
thing. If Texas is able to prove, and they know stuff that I don't know, I'm going off what's being reported. If Texas is able to prove that he did something, then he should be fired. But if these charges get dropped, and he does not have probation, he doesn't have to pay a fine, he doesn't get arrested, that's bullcrap. That's bullcrap. So then just accuse anybody.
Yeah.
Then anybody can accuse any then what's going to stop some Auburn fan, some woman from just walking in by Nick Saban's house saying he walked outside and punched her in the face.
And then calling it on
And then
Feinbaum.
calling it on Feinbaum saying punch her in the face.
Calling it on Creighton
Then the
Company.
cops show up. Oh, yeah, he punched me in the face. He beat the hell out of me. And then they go to the police station and all of a sudden she made it up. What, are you going to fire Nick Saban? I bet they don't.
Blaine, Chris Beard got Texas to number 2 in the country.
Yeah, they're pretty good.
$5 million a year.
Yeah.
This is quite a fall from grace.
Well, he's going to get picked up somewhere, that's for sure. I think Chris Beard's a hell of a coach, and I don't think we don't know enough. And we don't know. For them to fire Chris Beard, there has to be something. Because there's no way you can just get accused of something, it not be true, and then you get fired. There's no way. Well, I guess there's way in today's society. That's basically how it is. But they have to have something on Chris Beard that's fireable offense. Well, it's in his contract or whatever it was. This is obviously not a good look. It's never a good look when you get in these situations. And if you're a man who's in a head coaching job at a university, anytime you're in a situation like this, even if you're guilty or not, which sucks, they are going to fire you. Because you're a leader of what?
Well,
You're a leader of man, and your image is based off what the university wants. So a girl, your wife, fiance, whatever, can lie on you, can come out and say she lied, but at the end of the day, that stigma is going to still be in the public, and they're going to fire her.
Well, look, if Chris, let's not beat around the bush. If Chris Beard's not a white guy, he's probably not fired. Juwan Howard punched a guy after a game on the court in front of God and everybody and didn't get fired. So I'm just telling you right now.
Well, the head coach for the Celtics basically got fired because he had that thing with that girl. So
Well, that was proven. Like that, they both admitted that. They didn't
But
disclose.
we don't know if anything with Chris Spears is not proven yet.
But it's not proven yet.
Yeah.
Like the person said it didn't happen. If I would agree with you, if the woman that they said Ime Udoka hooked up with the Sultan said that didn't happen. We never did that. Or if he said, I didn't do that. No, they said, yes, it happened. All right. It was adulterous, but that's not what got him fired. What got him fired or, suspended, whatever you want to call it, is that they didn't disclose that to HR in the organization. Those are two totally different situations. But let's not beat around the bush. The string would be a lot longer if Chris Beard wasn't a white guy. You can say what you want, but that's
the
what it
Juwan
is.
Howard situation was certainly a fireable offense, and we talked about that because that's right when we moved here. It was certainly a fireable
Tony
offense.
punched a guy. They fired boy from for punching the guy on the sidelines. I can't remember his name. Not Bo Schembechler. Woody Hayes.
He punched a player
Woody
in the
Hayes
face
punched
from
a player.
Clemson.
Punched a player, but still punching a player, punching a coach.
That it was a fireable offense. I said that at the time as Michigan's head basketball coach. Like if I were the AD, he probably wouldn't have made it past the tarmac. But it wasn't a situation that I guess Ward Manuel, the AD, there thought was so bad that what they did was they suspended him for the rest of the season. But then he got to coach in the tournament basically.
Yeah,
So
it
was.
I just think this whole situation, like, there's still more that has to come out. But it's just, if somebody says something didn't happen and then you fire somebody over it without it being proven, I don't think that's right. YouTube, what's up? It's me, Jake Crane from Crane & Company. If you just now heard about us or you're just now finding out, I'm pretty sure you enjoyed the content. Subscribe, share the show. Remember, without you, there is no us.